Hi folks, I'm Jonathan Nilsson, a grad student in UBC's Masters in Educational Technology program, as well as a secondary school digital media teacher and technology support facilitator. I would like to welcome you to my web portfolio, or as I term it, my learning garden. I appreciate you taking the time to view what I have experienced and learned through this program. My e-portfolio is the culmination of my MET experience, where I reflect on how my educational beliefs and practices have been influenced by my ETEC courses and consider what future directions they might lead me to take. This portfolio is intended to fulfill several functions, including
identifying that I have met the requirements of the MET program and qualify for BC's TQS Category 6 certification, exploring the state of my philosophy and learning and articulating how they have been impacted by my MET experience, identifying areas of further growth and suggesting future learning goals, and establishing an archive of artifacts and resources for future reference.
With these goals in mind, my intended audience for this portfolio includes those responsible for ensuring that I have met the necessary professional requirements for my master's degree, as well as those colleagues who may find some benefit or shared commonality in what I have experienced. Ultimately, though, I may be the primary audience of this portfolio, as it has helped clarify and integrate all the experiences and learning that has taken place since I have entered the MET program. As such, it is something I'll be revisiting often. A primary theme that has emerged from my MET experiences has been the value and importance of student-created media and classroom participatory culture. As such, a series of guiding questions have helped me identify key learning moments and artifacts that have impacted my beliefs and practices. These include:
what are effective ways to nurture a pedagogically sound educational community focused on creating and sharing digital media? In what ways can digital media be effectively used to aid or facilitate learning experiences, and in turn communicate back or represent the knowledge that has been gained? What are both the benefits and challenges of using digital media in this fashion, including the social, ethical, and cultural implications? What are the most effective tools and pedagogies for supporting digital media-enhanced learning? And what is the future of educational digital media, and how can we prepare learning communities to take advantage of these technologies?
To provide structure to my portfolio, I have utilized the metaphor of a fruit and vegetable garden, something that requires planning, prep work, and attention if one is to have a successful harvest. You'll see this structure reflected in the menu system above, although you may just wish to use the buttons at the bottom of each page to sequentially browse through the portfolio. My first section, the Garden Guide, is a brief reiteration of the organization of the portfolio and my previously mentioned guiding questions. This is for easy reference as you progress through the various sections. My artifact pages are grouped under two headings. The first, Preparing the Ground, or PrEP, centers on my experiences in the core courses and how they provided the necessary elements for me to be a successful grad student while introducing me to a broad array of foundational learning theories and practices. In particular, my ETEC 512 experiences stand out from this section as it illustrates my growing awareness of the need to balance the various learning theories within my classroom, whether constructivism versus behaviorism, or cognitive constructivism versus social constructivism, to address the various needs of those that I teach. The second artifact section is Sewing and Tending, where I discuss my experiences in the electives. These pages are all about the subjects that I wanted to grow my knowledge in, and what I thought would be applicable to either my teaching context or my role in supporting other teachers in integrating technology and media in their own classes. As such, courses that focused on exploring, selecting, and applying technologies, particularly in the arts and humanities field, dominated what I had selected. Both ETEC 522 and ETEC 565M are particularly reflective of these technology survey classes that I found so engaging, introducing me to and expanding on my knowledge of both augmented and virtual reality and the application of mobile technologies to better facilitate the creation of bring-your-own-device environments. Each course page includes an overview of how this particular class fits in my garden metaphor. This is followed by a brief reflection on what I found most meaningful about this course experience, often supported with media examples. The second half of the page includes my specific artifact for this course. A text summary and synopsis of its relevance to my guiding questions can be found on the right, and this is followed by a reflection on how this particular artifact has impacted my practice and educational beliefs.
The final section of my portfolio, Harvest, is where I reflect on in video format on the ETEC 590 process and highlight some of the major elements of the MEP program that have become foundational to who I am as an educator. Further, I will briefly touch on how I currently apply some of the knowledge and skills that I have gained while pointing to future learning goals. I wish to thank you again for viewing my portfolio. If you have any questions or comments you wish to make, I can be contacted via the email below. Thank you.